Welcome guys, this is Greg from the WhitRedEagle team. Today on the table we have one of the sidearms, which is one of the newest sidearms in this year or the last year. We have our John Wick from ASG. There will be a quick review about this one just to ensure that this sidearm is it worth the cash, because it's quite expensive. So you can decide it after this review, just if it is worth it, or maybe it's just going to another one. Just quickly, as you can see, the box is looking really decent, it's looking very good. On the top of the box, in the labels, you can see straight away some type of the information about, so you can see straight away length of your sidearm, which is 230 millimeters. You can see what is your weight, and you can see straight away this is quite heavy sidearm, and it's 175 grams. Obviously, it's fully metal. You can see this straight away. FPS should be around 354, but is it 354? We'll see soon. Right, let's just open this one. What do we have inside? So inside, just very quickly, we have our manual. Obviously, it's STI DVC free TTI, and it's gas blowback airsoft pistol. Manual is very clear. I would say very decent. You can see straight away what you can expect from your gun. And it's very simple how to load it, your gas, how to unload it, how to reload it, your gun. That's pretty much everything. What else we have here? Right, this thing is basically your certificate of authenticity. So it's basically that is pure replica, and as you can see here, is official licensed product. So you will have your John Wick as an official licensed product. It's quite decent, to be fair. It's quite a good thing. Next, what we have, as soon as you order, this was coming from the Land Warrior. And as soon as you order, you will have some type notification from the Land Warrior. They've been tested by the Land Warrior, so you can see by who been tested, what type of the gun been tested, when was they tested, and what FPS was in this time. So as you can see, there was what on the box was saying 345. When they tested, there was 338, slightly down, not that big, but it's still down. You have obviously 30 days of the warranty coming with this sidearm. And obviously here, as you can see straight away, this is our our product, little candy inside the box. So let's just take it. Decent Combat Master, looks very, very, very solid, and I don't, from the first view, I would say it's like really, really good sidearm. A bit disappointed after 2 games. So we tested them in the two games, and unfortunately that is looking nice. However, that will be pretty much everything, as you will see in a second. So one of the very first thing is a lot of loose. So it's very big loose from the top receiving, as you can see. Is very loose. It's very rarely that is this type of the guns, especially from ASG. If it's going back to the Shadow, for example, they got so much loose inside of the top of the receiver. There is very large discharge button, easy to press, so that you can see easy reload your mags. Oh, this is your discharge button. So you can see it's very solid. Obviously, you can do it that from your. It's very huge. It's positive, because it's very easy to reload quickly your mags, as I will show you now. Boom. Boom. So it's very easy to unload your mags, that's for sure. However, that will be pretty much everything from this functionality of this button, because it's not that good in the later time. What I mean is not good because of this button, we found it very difficult to find a good holster for it. We found one of the holsters from Nuplo, and you can find this one on one of our movies, which will be done by another member from the WhitRedEagle team. And you will see the Nuplo and the Warrior one, so you will see both of this holster which is holding them. Right, what else we can see? Obviously this gun is charging with the green gas
and at temperature of, like we say, like, you know, room temperature, allows one magazine and several balls to fire out, so quite a decent amount. Charging with CO2, because as you can see this, let's go back. So as you can see, this mag, you can charge them with the CO2, green gas or red gas. So how this is going with the gas consumption? I would say the gas consumption is quite big, because obviously, like I mentioned before, on the green gas you can take one magazine and several BBs. On the CO2, with the probably 1.5 magazine at the temperature below 10 degrees. However, in the standard room temperature, we're probably talking just about 2 magazines. If we could talking about obviously red gas, then on the red gas room temperature will allow some probably 1.5 magazine of the fire. So like I say, it's quite big gas consumption. You cannot probably, like, you know, you're not gonna go around to just, you know, walk in, just ensure that there's enough gas inside. But this is one of the minuses which we found in there. Regarding the magazines, original magazine plastic foot holds very well. So as you can see, this is the plastic. So full magazine is the metal. This bottom bit here is the plastic, so it holds very well. But in the CO2 magazine, it's very easy to lose the lid. The magazine is from ASG, obviously, so it's very, you can lose this one very easily. It holds well, but with the as soon you plug the CO2, you can lose this one quite easily, and then obviously you will need to find even the lid, or you will need to buy the new mag just to ensure that everything is hold still there. What's really big minus of this mags is the price. The price is just astronomical. I would say the price is, I pay for my Glock 17 from WE around 20-25 pounds per magazine. This magazine for the gases cost 37 quid, and for CO2 it costs 40 pounds. So as you can see straight away, the price for them is horrendous. I will not pay that much for the magazine like that. Performance. What we can see about the performance of this little baby, probably shoot around 20-30 meters. Not like wow, is okay, but for the price, we probably would expect something better, from especially for the cost of this gun, which is probably around 170 quid if I'm correct. It's very hard to set up the hop up compared to the flagship model Shadow 2, which is £70 cheaper. The range, which is really very short, is unfortunately very poor. So performance minus in terms of the John Wick. What the next one? So the replica shoots very loudly. There are leaks in the magazine eraser hop-up chamber unit. A large cloud on the gas goes sideways, which I would say straight away. As soon you shoot, obviously, you fire out, and there's a lot of the gas going from the hop-up chamber. So you can see that it's not really as precise made it as they should. And that will be pretty much in terms of the hop-up. Hop-up is good because in terms of the how you adjust the hop-up is great. It's completely something different than in normal sidearms, where you need to start to open your top receiver and go to the hop-up unit. However, it's still very hard to adjust the hop-up to ensure that it's shooting straight. Again, one more time, for the price of 170 quid, we will expect something very solidly made. And I will go down to here. As it's saying on the box is metal. Great. This here, which is holding the trigger, is covered for the trigger, is plastic. Trigger themselves is plastic. Top of the trigger is plastic. It's definitely not something what we would expect for 170 quid, I would say. But well, this is just minor things which we can just point out. However, this review need to be proper review, not just licking some bumps around, because it's not about this. It's just about to ensure that we're buying stuff which we think will be very useful for us on the airsoft fields. Next one. On the plus side, it's entirely possible to recognize a different type of the hop-up regulation, as I mentioned before. So hop-up regulation is just here. and you can use the screw just to adjust the hop up. Obviously, it's like I mentioned before, it's not that easy, but I think it's just about how to using the hop up regulation in this gun. also the price related to the competition, because it's almost more expensive than Army, but it performs much worse. So one more time, we got several sidearms on our armory, and this one unfortunately is going the one of the worst, and costs nearly double price of the normal sidearms. And I would say that will be pretty much that's it in terms of the price. We're not gonna go there anymore. Weight, as I mentioned before, weight is very heavy. It's very solid gun. I'm not gonna say this because you can feel it, and if you add the mark on the top, it's even more heavy. It's very solid. Is good in terms of weight. However, for some of the people, this weight may be a bit too heavy, I would say. Maybe that's not really the sidearm for everyone. Obviously, we like to run it with something lighter, just to ensure that we know we're not using our speed in the running and stuff like that. But it's completely, guys, up to you. But I would say for myself, it's definitely slightly too heavy. I used to play with the Glock 17s, as I mentioned before, and I'm more happy in terms of the weight of this gun. Obviously, you can see straight away that after 2 games, the sidearm survived quite well. You can see the top of here, so the barrel is a bit loose of the paint. Pretty much that's everything, and a bit here. But after 2 games, and obviously constantly taking out from the holster, taking out and in, to be fair, paint is very solid, and it's made it really well in terms of this is very positive aspect. So if we're going to the how it's made it, on the positive side, I would like to just point out that workmanship, and only this, but this is the conclusion, because nicely cut, but very badly composed. What I mean with very badly composed, like I say, loose everywhere. You can see it's literally, you can see the loose there definitely everywhere, and it's not this what we expect for this amount of the cash. You can see as the barrel. That's definitely not what we expect. Not for this price, I would say. But once again, I'm not gonna go to the price because there's too many. Right, what else? Maybe we'll just summary of this one. So the rest of the things I would consider as minuses, which obviously given the price, we should expect something much better. We get a product that is very badly folded, has very large slots on the trigger and top receiver and barrel. It has very short range. It has very high gas consumption. That's for the very big minus. Positive, you can fill it with the green gas, red gas, or CO2. So this doesn't matter what time of the year you play. It's very very large switch. So you have to check if it's if you can actually fit into the holsters. It should be added that, considered that other ASG products, the quality of the construction is very different from the other replicas, and the price says that we will get higher end product. So I would say it's like, for the price what we get, we're supposed to have something completely different. At least they're supposed to make it better. But like I say, your minus is definitely it's not make it properly, and I would say this will be everything. So obviously, guys, if you think that this video was valid for you, please just give us like up, subscribe on the channel, so we know that you guys watching, so we can compose some more videos for you guys. And I would say see you next time. Hopefully we'll find another site, good arms. Thank you very much. Take care.